Welcome back. You're still watching Perspective, and we're talking to Justice Antonio T. Carpo from the Philippines. When we talk about, losses due to this claim, Chinese claim, incurred by all the countries around the South China Sea, what are you talking about? I mean, in terms of territory or in terms of economic losses? I don't know.
First of all, each country has 200 nautical mile, and that country has
exclusive economic zone.
Yeah, has exclusive right to exploit the natural resources, the living and non-living natural resources. So, coastal country has the right to exclusively fish in that zone, exclusively exploit the gas, the oil in that zone. So, if China gets the 80% of that, then that's what you lose.
Right. In terms of territory.
Yeah. In the case of the Philippines, China's Nine Dash Line encroaches on 80% of our exclusive economic zone facing the West Philippine Sea, the South China Sea.
Right.
So that's a huge area that's being encroached.
And it's not only coastal countries that are losing, because you said like the open seas are actually exploitable to all.
Yeah, other countries also will suffer because they cannot fish in that area anymore.
Right. This 9 dashes, you said 1947 it comes back to?
Yes, in 1947, the Kuomintang government in China adopted the 9 dash lines claim, but it was a claim. If you look at the map that they printed, it was a claim to islands, the islands within the 9 dash lines.
What was the claim based on?
Well, they said that they had abundant historical facts to support.
Historical.
Yes, historical facts. But if you look at the ancient maps of China from the Sung Dynasty up to the Qing Dynasty in 1912, from 1136 to 1912, that's
12th century to now.
Yeah, that's almost 800 years.
Right.
The southernmost territory of China has always been Hainan Island. It never exceeded the Hainan Island.
Right.
In 1932, China sent a note verbal to France that their southernmost territory were the Paracels. So they changed it a little bit. They moved a little bit.
Advanced it a bit.
But still, if you say your southernmost territory are the Paracels, then you do not claim as your territory
West,
Spratlys.
Including Spratlys.
Yes, Spratlys and Scarborough Shoal, because they're very far.
Right.
But now China is claiming the Spratlys and Scarborough Shoal. So there's nothing historical about it because it's very recent.
Right.
The 1947 map, that's quite recent.
Talking about historical claims, for example, using history as a claim, is it accepted in that sense?
Well, that's under international, that's no longer allowed because right now it's if you claim territory, the number one factor now is the will of the people.
Right.
That's why most of the colonies by the colonial powers were granted independence because they wanted to be independent.
Yes.
So historical claims are really not used anymore because if you follow historical claims, Mongolia can claim the entire China.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Because the Mongols conquered China and started the Yuan dynasty in 1279. The first emperor was Kublai Khan. So we don't follow that anymore. Otherwise, Rome or Italy can claim the entire Europe.
Yeah, exactly. But based on that is when you said the will of the people, many of the islands in the South China Sea have no people, not even grass.
Yeah, that's why what we're saying, well, they were really not habitable.
Right.
They could not sustain human habitation. But a state can still own a rock or an island that is not habitable.
Right.
So it's a question now of effectivity that's under international law. Did you have effective occupation of that island for a long time? So that's
that
the issue.
Is counted.
Yeah, that is counted.
That is counted. Yeah, because I remember in the case of Indonesia and Malaysia at the time when we disputed the Sipadan Island, it was a case of the Malaysian had operated in that island for some time.
Yeah, in fact, there's a case, the island of Las Palmas case between at that time between Indonesia under the Dutch
Right.
and the Philippines under the Americans over Miangas, which is Las Palmas
north of
Island.
Sulawesi in between.
And it was admitted that the Spaniards were the first to discover it, but the Spaniards did not do anything after discovering
Right.
it. The Dutch went there, converted some to Christianity
Right.
and so on. And so the issue was who has sovereignty over Las Palmas, Indonesia or the Philippines? And the arbiter at the time said it belongs to Indonesia. And that is a landmark case in international
Right. Okay.
because discovery is not sufficient. You must exercise administration. You must occupy, or even if you don't occupy, you must administer it. Show to the world that you exercise sovereignty over it. In the case of the Spratly, since you cannot obviously occupy it and live it because it's not habitable, you must show you administer it. Maybe you put up lighthouses there.
Right.
Yeah.
There's the next question after the break. Please stay with us. We will be back.